All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 58, being recorded live on February 9th, 2019. I am your host, Taylor, and this week I'm of course joined by Anthony Dennis.
How you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
Oh, pretty decent.
All right.
I've been doing some bits and pieces around the site and whatnot, so doing pretty well.
Okay, what you been playing this past week?
Well, I actually picked up Mass Effect Trilogy yesterday and playing through Mass Effect 1 for about the 8th time. Or 5th time, actually, didn't have exaggerate, I suppose.
Okay.
And also been playing some Apex Legends as well, which just came out, I think, 3 or so days ago.
Monday.
Oh, yeah, okay, more than 3 days ago.
3 years days ago.
Right. Okay. All right.
And obviously Ace Combat 7 as well. So.
Okay. Awesome. So, yeah, we will talk about Apex Legends later on in the show. I'm, of course, also joined by Andrew Duron. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Good. What have you been up to this past week?
Oh, nothing. Just stuff. You know, Apex Legends is kind of taking over my whole gaming space. So, yeah, like you said earlier, we're going to talk about it. But that's pretty much all I've been playing. It's good. So I'll start with that.
Okay. And then, Matt, you're back here also. How are you?
Yeah, back as always, to trying to maintain that spot of number one most frequent guest.
All right.
Nice. What now?
Number one most frequent guest.
Oh, okay.
I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends as of late. When I got that downloaded, me and Taylor have just been going ham at that pretty hard, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've also been working on some projects as well you might hear about soon enough.
Cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, stay tuned for later in the show for that. All right, so this past week, so since the last podcast, I went and beat Ace Combat 7. 10 out of 10 game.
Cheers.
Loved it.
Cool.
It's about as good, if not better than 5 IMO. So it was
I
worth.
couldn't play 5.
Huh?
I couldn't play 5.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the emulator was weird, wasn't it? It's
Broken. Like hit detection turned off after like the 3rd mission.
well, that's
So
annoying.
Nice.
You'd fire like 5 missiles at a plane and then nothing would happen. So.
Nice.
Is that what is that, a PS2?
Yeah, PS2 game.
Yeah, PS2.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I watched
was
Taylor
cool.
play that. He bought a PS2 and Ace Combat 5 just to play that,
Yeah. And
along
like
with other games, of course. But like that was one of the main reasons.
Yeah, and like this, like it had upscaler drama too. It's like had to
Oh gosh,
to,
that was
upscaler
fun.
and everything. Yeah, it was a fun little tech project. But all right,
Note to self: just use the upscalers built into the TV.
yeah,
Which is
pretty much.
about as good as it can get.
Yeah. Anyway, and so yeah, I've beaten Ace Combat 7 since then, and then Sunday I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 3. Also, I just got to I don't even actually know the second world yet because I had to go on Sunday when I was still kind of in the middle of a cutscene because the cutscene was like 20 minutes long or so, and so I was just sitting through it, and it was like, oh, I gotta go.
No,
I guess I'll restart this later, and then. Although I haven't played any Kingdom Hearts since Sunday because this little game called Apex Legends came out on Monday, and according to Origin, I have like 65 hours into it already. So
Okay. How do you actually check how many hours you played in Origin?
if you go to like your library or something, pull up the game, and then you know how I'll say like play now or whatever, or play or whatever, just below
Oh,
it.
48 hours.
Okay.
Yee.
I've played.
I don't agree with that though. There's no way.
don't
I'd
Yeah, I
play
think
that.
Origin is overestimating some.
I
I
stuff.
would say so as well because I've had it for like 3 days and it says 26 hours. Bull.
Mine says 0 hours, so
Okay.
it's not. Yeah, it's not giving me the hours that you guys get.
Okay.
Accurate.
Trust
It might-
trust
it
the
might just
reliable
be-
EA.
It might just be how long you're actually on the game, not actually the game's loaded, but like sitting on the game in the Origin launcher. Maybe I don't know.
If that counts it as well, that's dumb.
That's pretty
That's
weird.
what. Yeah, that's what Tekken does. I have like 100.
EA.
I have like 200 hours. The PS4.
Oh, okay.
Every time you're sitting in the lobby.
Look at me. I've played 50 hours and I'm level 4.
Well, lobby's fine because at least you have the game booted up.
Yeah, just have it booted.
Well, whether or not Origin is correct or not, I've still just sunk in a ton of hours into that game. It's been my obsession since Monday. It's a ton of fun game. Really like it. You should play it if you haven't already.
Free to play.
Yeah, it's free to play.
Oh, yeah.
It literally costs you nothing besides like 20 minutes to get it and play it.
Yeah, if
So,
you have a console or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the shame of being wiped out by somebody who has like 800 kills.
Yes, that too.
But what if you kill them? Then it feels really good.
Oh yeah, it feels
Yeah,
really great.
that's true. That's true.
But how often does that happen? Like 0.1%?
Hey man, it happens though, right?
Exactly, right?
Yeah,
If there's a statistic, there's a chance.
Exactly.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like everyone around the COG staff has been playing it as well. We were all playing it with each other earlier, various misses and everything. Ethan, Anthony, and I live streamed it on Monday launch there.
Nice.
And
Didn't go too well.
we got interrupted by some server issues. The launch was like really smooth. Anyway, I'm going to save that for just a little bit. Our main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com, facebook.com/cod.net, and facebook.com/powerpod, twitter.com@cod.net, Instagram @cultureofgaming, youtube.com/cultureofgaming, Twitch.tv.
We're over 100 subs.
Yes, twitch.tv/cultureofgaming, and of course, myspace.com/powerpod. The audience, you guys, can be asking us questions through everywhere, all the sites I just mentioned, while we are live, although we would much prefer it if you stuck it in the Twitch chat or on our community Discord, a link to which you can find on the sidebar of our main site, as well as chat with the various staff members of COG. I know all 4 of us are on there now, so hit us up if you'd like.
Did you rehearse that?
No, I didn't. It just went really well today. All right. So, yeah, jumping right into the gaming news, leading topic, as you might have guessed it, is Apex Legends.
Apex Legends. Let's do this.
Yeah, this is the game everyone is obsessed with and everything. Last numbers I checked heading into the weekend, it had breached over 10 million unique players and peaked at a little over 1 million concurrent players.
Okay.
Playing it at the same time. So, I can't wait to see the numbers on Monday after, like, people have had a weekend with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this dropped, Ninja dropped on, let's see, let me look at the calendar here. On Monday, February 4th. There was little to no lead up to it. So, yeah, there was, basically on Super Bowl Sunday, around halftime or so, some popular, like, Twitch influencers were allowed, like, Shroud and, like, Dr. Disrespect and whatnot, were allowed to just tweet a little bit about it, saying it's like, they were allowed to say, like, Respawn is going to drop a new Titanfall-based Battle Royale tomorrow. Stay tuned at, like, 12 noon Pacific time on Monday. And so 12 noon came and went. We got it was like a big hour-long reveal stream. And then right after the reveal stream, the game was available to download on PS4, Xbox One, and, of course, the glorious PC. And, yeah, within a few minutes, people were in the game. And, well, it seems like people haven't put it down since. So, yeah. The launch went very, very well. The only server issues there have really been so far were on launch day, but those were only around for about 20 minutes before things were back up and running again. So, pretty good. And I mean, the game isn't buggy. It runs great, which is to be expected of Source Engine at this point. I mean, Source Engine is what, like 20 years old? Yeah. And, yeah, it's just really fun, really polished, so much details. I love it. So, Andrew, what are your thoughts about it?
Well, you guys have heard me talk about. I don't really even like Battle Royale game, but this one is clicking with me. I will see if I stick with it. But I do really think it's got something special. It's kind of taking a bunch of different games and mashing it up a little bit. You got a little Borderlands, you got a little Overwatch, you got a little Battle Royale, of course. All that stuff's kind of meshed together, and I think it works really well. I saw a tweet. I'm sorry, I don't know who tweeted this, but I saw a tweet and it was like. It's the Battle Royale for everybody. Everyone can play it. Yeah. And that's totally like, oh yeah, right. Because even if you're not good, at least you can support your teammates by like doing like your ult or throwing down shields or calling in, drops. So
dropping a health bot.
Yeah, exactly. So I really think this has found like a good in between of like, it's still very skillful, obviously, but like there's no building, so you're not doing that kind of Fortnite stuff that I don't particularly like. And it's not, and it runs well, unlike PUBG, and which is why I don't play PUBG. So like, there's just a lot that it's going for it, and I think it's hitting all the right places. It's free to play. It's got a good monetization model. There's just a lot going on that they're doing really well. EA doing really well.
Yeah, and it's like the most amazing thing to me is this came out of absolutely nowhere. Like it was just here we go. Here's like a 10 out of 10 game. Just go. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 game. Download it, play it. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of Battle Royale. I absolutely despise Fortnite, like to play Fortnite. And I've dabbled a little bit in PUBG, and Blackout seemed fun for the brief stint I had in it. But I mean, this in my opinion, Apex Legends just blows it out of the water, like all those out of the water completely. I mean, I read this Reddit comment chain and everything that was basically, how is this game good, better, worse than Fortnite and everything? And the reply to it was, when you shoot someone, they don't turn into an 8-story building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what they're doing too with the characters, like giving a personality to the game, really helps. Like, you don't have these characters in any other battle royale games, really. They're just kind of a person to shoot down right away. Like, you know.
They're just models.
Right. Exactly, right. They can be fun looking things, but they're not like, they don't have personalities. I love the banter between the characters. It's really cool. I think that's really helping people get attached to like playing these characters and just learning about them.
Yeah, they're all very unique. They all have their personalities and everything. So, Anthony, for someone who doesn't play a whole heck of a lot of shooters, really, what do you think of it?
What can you tell by my ability, can you?
Well, no, I just mean just in general. Like, I don't want to
yeah. Fair enough. So I've played Fortnite, I've played PUBG, I've played Blackout, and I've played like Paladins and all that kind of stuff. Not that Paladins is really a battle royale, but anyway. This is probably one of the better battle royales that I've ever played. I despise Fortnite quite heavily. The only reason why I play it is because my sister plays it every now and then on console, and it's cross-play because she's not PCMR. But anyway. But I mean, this is something that I can see myself putting many hours into and improving and whatnot.
Yeah.
You've always got the chance to get a kill. Unlike Fortnite, where it's just bang, before you even land, you're just dead straight away or whatever. And I mean, the whole model that they've gone after with, the characterization and upgrade system and all that kind of stuff is a lot. It kind of reminds me a lot of Halo Reach, a bit, with how you can swap and change skins and all that kind of stuff. Not that you could really do that on Reach, but the whole customization and mags and all that kind of stuff could be changed. I think it's definitely a very solid game, and it's going to I reckon it might even dethrone Fortnite.
Really? All right, that's a hot take right there. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so Matt, you and I are the resident FPS junkies here at COD.
Yep.
So let's hear your opinion first. Let's get you out of the way.
Well, the one point I want to get off immediately off the bat is the balance of this game is absolutely amazing. Every gun, everything has their place, and there's no extra. It's it's just what you need, and it's everything you want, but nothing you don't need.
Right, and that was
which
exactly
I appreciate.
That was exactly Titanfall 2's balance model as well. So that's probably where that came from.
And you could obviously think of Respawn. They've somehow cracked a code on how to balance and make it diverse enough to make everything viable, but still have a room for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every character's got their place and whatever. Yeah. I was going to add something else, but I can't remember it, unfortunately.
There's only one gripe that I have, and that's the airstrike. I don't know who does that, or like if it's an ult or something, but it just, like, for example,
and I think the one below the woman,
Bangalore.
Yeah, Bangalore. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gibraltar,
like when me, Taylor, and Anthony were playing earlier, we were playing. Then our group got split up immediately because somebody called down an airstrike, and it went right in between us.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to separate.
Landed straight on top of me, so I was dead straight away.
I'm just like, compared to the other ults, it seems a little strong.
It does take a long time to charge, so you're usually not you're getting like 2 a game maybe.
Okay,
that's fair.
I think you only get 1 a game actually with
really?
Gibraltar anyway, because I've let loose with one like after 5 minutes, and then it hasn't recharged until. Or it hasn't even recharged until the very end, kind of thing.
Yeah, if you get like the accelerants, you can maybe get.
Yeah. Okay. That's what those are for.
Yeah, I just figured that out like today. I was like, oh, it recharges your ult.
Yeah, which pro tip, you should feed your lifeline any accelerants you can, because the more she can call in the airdrops, the better equipment your team is going to get.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. This is totally. I was like, we don't get into semantics here. I'm like, I was playing earlier, and the guy just like threw down like we were like getting not in a good area, and he throws down the ult or lifeline, and then immediately everyone sees us and starts shooting at us. I'm like, oh, great. Nice timing, buddy.
Good job.
Yeah.
And I think another big thing is the whole respawn mechanic as well.
Yes.
Even if you die, you can come back, which is great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I like that a lot.
You're not down and out until everybody is out.
Right.
And
Exactly.
and we're totally forgetting about. We haven't mentioned the ping system is so good.
Oh,
like
yeah. You don't need a
Yeah.
mic to communicate in this game.
I have played games where I don't talk at all because I don't feel like it. So I'm just like, I'll
Yeah.
just ping everything. But a lot of times I'll just like, okay, I'll see if anyone has a mic. And I'll just be like, hey. Sometimes people will be like, oh hey, and I'll just talk back. I'm like, well, cool. People have a mic. They just are waiting for other people to say stuff if they need to.
Right.
I just can't tell if it's most of the mics are bad, but the people I play with is just it's a lot of static in the mics. I'm not sure if it's just the quality of their mics or the quality of the system.
Yeah.
I've had a few like that where it's like you can tell the guy's not playing with headphones on because you hear yourself.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, the ping system is insane. Like,
Yeah, it's
it's like if I'm ever paired up with like two randoms not playing with any friends or something, then it's like I won't talk at all, and I'll just
I'm
use the
like that
ping
as well.
system to like do that. But then even if I'm in a call with like one or two other friends, if I want to point out an object, I probably won't say something just because it's easier to visualize with the ping system because then they exactly know where it is and everything.
Especially when you're trying to point out somewhere to go.
Yeah, exactly.
It just works.
Yeah, it's just like I don't say in the Discord call. It's like, oh yeah, there's like a Prowler SMG over here in that building, like that orange 2-story building or something. You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
middle click,
Boom.
done with it. Hey, there's Prowler over
Bang,
here.
yeah.
Middle click.
yeah.
I need to unbind the enemy spotted to the F key because I keep actually pressing that.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be more natural key reach.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
So any
Yeah,
any
okay.
complaints about the game? Let's hear about this. Anyone? Anything?
Well, minus my one complaint of that.
Okay.
I think
and I think it takes a little long to kill people a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, like sometimes like maybe that's me being bad, but like I'm like, oh man, I laid in that guy pretty good, and they don't die.
Well,
Then
there
other-
was
other
yeah.
times you can kill someone really quick. It's just weird. I don't know. That's me not understanding the game probably yet.
Okay.
I can see that it does take quite a bit of bullets to kill somebody, but then again, it allows you time to put a bit more strategy into it.
Yeah, like if someone's full spec down in like purple or gold helmet and armor, then yeah, they're gonna be a bullet sponge for a
Good
little
luck.
bit. Yeah.
And that's another thing I heard. Someone brought this up that I didn't think was a big deal until now. But like, you don't know what unless you shoot them what they're wearing. Like, so you don't know if they have like a level 3 helmet because of like how the characters are modeled.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, okay, I'm just gonna start shooting this guy, and then all of a sudden a yellow number comes off him. I guess. So if your yellow numbers coming off, that means they have like yellow armor. or
Yeah,
purple.
yeah, exactly.
So that's when you know. But before you engage, like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't engage if they have like doubt.
I think if you look through a scope, a player brings up what their stats are.
No,
Because
it
I've
doesn't.
seen
There
like,
might be a special scope for that, but there's no base scope. that
Okay.
just
Yeah.
goes
So
in.
I've seen I don't, with some people anyway, I don't have to shoot them to know what they're wearing, kind of thing.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Might have been a scope or an ability of one of the characters. I'm not too sure, but I think this was like the second.
That'd be
to
a
last
cool
game we
ability
played
to
today.
have, though.
Yeah,
I saw that.
like an
So-
equipment scanner or something on
the
a
scout,
Yeah.
might have something like that, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so I don't know. This is as opposed to say PUBG, where you can see the equipment to your opponent is where
Right,
it looks
exactly.
visually distinct and everything. I guess like the counter argument I can bring up to that is like just assume everyone you're going to engage has purple armor, type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
They had it
not
all
a
done.
bad way to think about it. I
Yeah.
just like playing really aggressive. So it's
I
like,
gotcha.
I see someone, I'm like, I'm gonna shoot him.
I got you.
And by the end game, blue and purple armor fairly common.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, loot's pretty. I find something usually every game that I like,
Mhm.
for the most part, unless I die super quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I am like, is this just because it's a battle royale thing? Like, why does there have to be attachments on every all the time? Can we just get a gun that just like stays the way it is? I don't know.
There
Like,
is one gun that stays the way it is. It's called
Yeah?
the Mastiff.
Right, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. You can't
That
upgrade
gun.
it. Yeah, you can't upgrade it. You can't do anything to it. You just use it and shoot it.
Yeah,
Although-
it's just weird to me that like, cause like I'll get a base gun,
Mhm.
and it does, and then you're like, oh yeah, you need a barrel stabilizer, or else it just doesn't shoot well.
In this game, I don't say you necessarily need it. It just improves it, but you don't need it.
I would actually disagree with this. In my opinion, like the base level of every gun is perfectly usable.
Yeah.
And this is as opposed to PUBG, where it's like there are certain guns in PUBG, specifically PUBG, where it's like you need attachments for it to be even
Yeah.
viable, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I don't really get that with this game.
I mean, not that, like I said, I haven't played a lot of PUBG. Tried it.
Mhm.
Well, but like I don't know why that like they felt the need to bring that over still. Like,
Oh,
I don't,
okay.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
adding that extra loop of looting, I guess, is interesting to some people.
Mhm.
Not to me. I wish like I just had the gun and
Okay.
everyone had that version of the gun. I don't know.
I think
Okay.
this kind of blends with what Titanfall goes for in general, with the whole like mech upgrades and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So I
fair.
think they're trying to, if this wasn't in the Titanfall series or like timeline or anything like that, they probably wouldn't have upgradable weapons. It'd probably just be stock standard. But they've got to kind of keep it similar to what the rest of the series has done.
I don't. Yeah. I do. I guess the way they do the legendary loot is pretty cool. Whereas if you get like a legendary backpack, you like recharge your ult faster or something like that. I don't know if you guys forgot.
Those perks are definitely cool for Legend.
That's a cool thing. I'll take that back. I do like the fact that like if you pick up a legendary scope, it,
The
like,
tier system is worth it.
do something with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of the having to find loot because it gives you a cause to move forward instead of having to anchor
Sure.
down.
Right.
Because they're like, okay, there's got to be something else better out there. It keeps you constantly hunting for the next best
Right,
thing.
because
Give
like very rarely will you ever be fully kitted out on a gun
Yeah.
sort of thing with like all purples or something.
and if you just find a gun that you want, then you don't have too much reason to go out and look for people. You just kind of got to wait and see what comes by.
Yeah.
That reminds me. There's so many smart things like the whole kill leader thing and
Yes.
like
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You
The
know, like-
champion system as well.
yeah, that's so fun. Like it's just
I-
adding so much flavor.
I love the champion system because I love going into a games where like Taylor and I, and we see the champion has 714 kills and like 180,000 damage. We're just like, this is gonna be a tough
Yep.
one.
That's why we're losing this one. I don't think we're gonna win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's up?
they have like the banners that like tell you. like,
Yeah, the banners are definitely.
yes.
It makes the world feel more alive.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like it's cool if you're like, oh, that's me up there, guys.
Yeah,
Like
right.
it's like you are the kill leader. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's when they
That's
gotta
like-
add a selfie mode so you could take your picture of yourself with it in the background.
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun.
like
If Kingdom Hearts can do it.
Yeah.
One thing that I really like is the entire intro sequence into the game, how it's like constantly moving. I mean, in like PUBG and Fortnite and everything, you know, you're like in the lobby and you're just kind of dicking around like an airport or something, right? But in this, it's just like you're right into the game because it masks the map loading during the character select. That's why it's timed.
Okay. That makes
That's how
sense.
it does it. Yeah.
See, there is a lobby in this game, but not many of us have actually gone into it.
I
I think
have
it's
not
because
gotten-
there's
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever
There-
heard of it when you brought it up this afternoon.
yeah, there is one. I've actually been into it once for like 5 seconds.
What's it like?
What's it like?
Just like it's just like a build. It's like, you know how you run through the canyons
Yeah.
and there's like walls and buildings on either side.
Mhm.
It's similar to that.
Okay.
It's just like a roofed over arena kind of thing, I guess. But very natural. I think it's not. They're not really using the lobbies because there's so many players playing it. I think it's the main thing.
Probably.
There is a lobby, but not many people get into it because it's so quick to get into a match.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
How do you guys feel about the map? You guys like the different kind of aspects of it?
it's a bit small for my liking, I reckon.
I think it's about perfect in terms of 60 players and everything. The one
Yeah.
thing that I would like to, I think the desert area could use a little bit of a rework in the sense, or
Yeah.
a little bit of some touch-ups here and there, especially in when you're like going in between. I just would describe them as like shops or buildings and everything. They're really low to the ground buildings and everything that are like covered. That's the only area I find myself not really wanting to go to.
Okay.
And that's kind of the only area where it's kind of very similar to the other areas as well. Like you might have one town in the desert area and then go to the other and they're all kind of the same. The thing is they added a couple more kind of aspects for the desert area. Aside from that, like everything's very detailed and there's, you know, runways and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
but I would like it to be a little bit bigger, but it's easily manageable and a good size, I reckon.
Okay.
Those big dinosaurs, those things are cool.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
Leviathans.
Or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leviathan, yeah.
They are herbivores, by the way. So they're
Sweet.
yeah.
Good. I don't want to die today.
Yeah.
I think the map works out especially well when you're inside the town areas because the way that their movement system works, it aids very well to how they structured the towns because it gives you a lot of avenues to, you know, take down somebody or get to a place.
Right.
It
It
almost-
doesn't really
yeah.
restrict you too much. You know, minus taking out the wall running, but that'd be a little hard in a battle royale.
Yeah, it feels like each little area is like its own multiplayer map. Kind of like,
Yeah, it
it
does.
really does.
It feels like splices of like past Titanfall maps are just kind of imprinted onto the map, and it's like, because I remember specifically, there's like a map that's very similar to one part of the desert in Titanfall 2, and yeah, it's really
I think
cool.
one thing, this is just like a very small aspect that they could add, is like the last few teams get a Titan or something, just something to like, or have a mode like that.
I think they have that. I think that's something that will happen. It seems like that. On the
Or
way.
even just have like Titan Combat
Yeah.
as a mode or something like that, just where each team just gets a Titan or whatever.
I don't know, as much
That'd
as
be something cool to do.
I think Titans will be in this game eventually.
yeah, I didn't see Titans, but there are a lot of people that are talking about, they don't like the movement in the game because, it's a downgrade from Titanfall 2 in the sense of, like, you can't double jump and wall run and everything. And I mean, you can certainly see the game went through a design phase. You can see this on the map and everything. There were tons of, like, flat walls and everything. That there definitely was, at some point, the ability to wall run during a build of the game, but they took it out. And honestly, I don't blame them, just because the time to kill in this game is so much higher as opposed to Titanfall 2, where it's like, people can already dodge plenty fast when you're like up close and like bunny hopping around and whatnot. If you add wall running into that, it's going to be, I don't think there's enough ammo on the map to last an entire game at that point.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be insane. You're just gonna be spraying onto walls and whatnot, occasionally nicking the person if they're running up it. So I think the decision to remove it, given the game's current time to kill and everything, is just fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't suffer from the lack of it. It would just be cool to have a mode that has kind of Titans and all that kind of stuff in it as well.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned like the no double jump, it'd be way harder to kill a Titan without that movement though. So.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah, so maybe like the last 3 squads get like Titan drops or something, and then they
when it goes like
that'd be cool.
that question mark, you don't know how many people are left. I like that. That's fun. And then be cool. We'll see.
Although that doesn't jive with the lore all that well, though.
Oh, because it's a prequel?
No, it's 30 years after Titanfall 2, but that's not the point. None of these people are pilots, though, are Titan pilots. That's the thing.
Or you could add like a...
Yeah, you could add a couple of...
Maybe that'll be one of... That'd be a pretty overpowered ability.
Yeah.
That would be a really strong ability.
I mean, you could just get a Titan for like 30 seconds and that'd be it.
Well, I mean, it's like he just like does a drop. Yeah.
It's not lore consistent.
Ouch. Get your lore out of here.
Okay. But anyway, so it looks like speaking of changes, though, in terms of balance and everything, as we said, it's more or less perfect, like really well balanced and everything. I don't see any glaring issues. The only thing I would change right now is the Mozambique, the shotgun pistol, needs some love. It's already a meme in the community for how bad it is and everything. So I think...
I like it.
I haven't used it really. I picked it up and
you shouldn't use it. You should ignore it.
I used it once and I regretted it because it had 3 shots in it, which went really quick.
Yeah.
Then I was just kind of sitting in the open, just reloading.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs a little love.
Yeah. And that's the only like glaring balance change I would say. But it looks like the most up and coming change, and I saw Respawn like pulling this pretty hard the past few days, is the ability to do solos and duos as a team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I personally, I'm fine with it sitting as the team right now, just because the ping system is so efficient and everything, and it's not really an issue having 2 other random teammates.
Yeah.
But
I think the team is cool too because you're gonna get a mix of abilities, whereas like solo, you're gonna see one like character probably dominate. Like,
right, and I mean like so many characters' abilities are based around
teamwork.
Yeah, based around teamwork. And whatnot. It's like I think only,
if
real
if
solo. Sorry, go ahead.
I think if they implement a single player version, that they'll just make truly special abilities that use teamwork. They might have a stock character that everybody uses, but nothing like we have now.
Okay.
That takes some of the charm. I feel like that takes away from the game a lot. But
that's the only way you could like make it balanced.
Yeah, you're right. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's like I looked at it like this. It's like Wraith is the only one that would really work as a solo character.
Well, I mean, like Bangalore or...
I mean, like, you're just gonna have one character, the ability to call in air strikes, area of effect, as opposed to it's like Lifeline, who can Like it's like
Yeah, so-
Lifeline, who just constantly call in airdrops for herself and everything, and then it's like then you go over to say Bloodhound or something, who constantly has wall hacks. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's very
Characters
And
like
like-
that you probably need to scrap and maybe give them new abilities or whatever. But I think there's 4 or 5 characters, or 3 or 4 characters that have probably worked quite well in single player.
okay, fair enough.
And Bloodhound seems broken, but the only reason to me he's balanced is because the odds are when you scan for somebody, you'll find 3 in a team,
Yeah.
and you just can't take them on by yourself unless you have a unless you have a what was the shotgun?
The Mastiff.
That's what it is.
Eh,
Yeah.
I just proceed to clear a building.
Yeah. If you get that thing, so yeah, if you can get the Mastiff, use it. Drop your worst weapon for it. Even if your worst weapon is really good, drop it for it. I guarantee you the Mastiff is better. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It can only be found during airdrops. So
And the airdrops only come from Lifeline, or is there other?
no, there are random airdrops like PUBG
Yeah.
and everything.
Okay.
But then Lifeline can call in her own also. It's her own.
Okay. I wasn't sure. If
Which is
it
why,
only came-
once again, feed your accelerants to Lifeline.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
Good game.
Yeah, really good game. Everyone should play it. More people should play it. Let's dethrone Fortnite finally.
Let's do it.
Hey man, you look at those numbers on Twitch. I know it's still kind of like people are getting paid to play it, but
Right.
the numbers are very high, and it's very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
As long as people keep watching it, that's the important part.
Mhm,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. My favorite part about this game compared to Fortnite, there's no dabbing.
Have you checked?
No,
all
I
of
want to
the
dab
emotes?
on the haters.
Checked all
No,
the
but think
emotes.
about it.
There was no dabbing.
There's finishing animations,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of them can be a dab.
Yeah. True.
There's a high five one.
Yes, there is. I like that one a lot actually. High five. And there's no flossing either. Like you don't. It's like you don't see.
They know. They don't want to get.
Right. It's like you don't
know.
see characters flossing their taint in the middle of a game like you do in Fortnite. You know.
Yeah.
It's like-
One thing I also really appreciate is how they handle like loot locations. They make it randomized, so there's no tilted hour situation, so everybody drops there. It's like if you have
really?
yes.
It's not-
The loot zones are
it's-
randomized every time.
Oh, I thought like every time, like Thunderdome was high tier.
No.
That's
random.
neat. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like
know that.
I've dropped frequently in the Interstellar Relay area. It's like gone there once, high tier, next game, mid tier. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is neat. I do like that.
All right, so that's Apex Legends. I think we spent plenty of time talking about it. So, Andrew,
yeah.
fighting game news. Let's talk
Fighting
about
game.
something else
I
now.
know you guys are all big fighting game fans here. So, but Mortal Kombat 11 is a game that's coming out in April, and there might have been a pretty big leak with a roster.
Hey, who took the
So-
bot?
Sorry.
Wait, what?
I'll take care of it later. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so there's been what seems to be a big leak in the roster. So I guess it looks like people dug into like the code. I guess I want to say, and they found like they found the other characters. Like there's like BAR is for Baraka, or like TAB is for Cabal, and then these other ones that exist, and like there's a bunch of characters that are just we're assuming, I guess, are for them. Like, I guess I can go through. I don't know if this is gonna make sense to you guys, but here we go. So like Cassie Cage is gonna be in the game, most likely Aaron Black, Frost, who hasn't been in the game in forever,
Okay.
Becky Bridge. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not gonna go through the details of all the characters because I feel like it's lost on you guys.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
But but yeah, so yeah, big
fine.
leak coming out. That's kind of a big deal because they do like character reveals on stream.
They make a big deal about it.
They do make a big deal. Like usually, it's like they have these combat casts with a K, of course. Both,
Yeah.
Probably both letters with a K. And they kind of like go over character, draw off their move. But yeah, I don't know. Mortal Kombat 11 is looking better and better
Okay.
as I see more of it. It's kind of going back to roots, if that makes kind of.
No, I see you. I got you.
I
Makes
hate
sense.
using that term because I feel like every game is going back to its roots nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's getting away from like the long, like I'm getting juggled for like a half an hour.
It's finally changing something up.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're finally changing like, how they played since in like 2 games. Plus the Injustice games are kind of similar. So it's like 4 games that are incredible. So I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat. Now, Anthony, there is a story in Mortal Kombat,
Oh.
and they're using time travel. Are you gonna get in on this? I know you like Injustice, right?
Kind of, not really. But anyway.
You don't like Injustice, or?
I mean, I don't mind it. It's not a bad game.
You didn't like the
necessarily.
story of it all, or?
Not really. They could have done a better job.
Okay, all right.
Huh?
I know he's a big
Oh.
DC guy. That's why I was bringing it up.
Marvel, excuse me.
Oh, I thought you were you got Batman and stuff. I thought you.
Yeah, well, you know.
Arkham games.
Arkham games are great, I must say.
Uh,
I like
On
the
non-PC
DC TV
platforms.
shows, but I don't like
Mm.
the DC movies, and I like the Marvel movies and not the Marvel TV shows. TV shows, not shoes. Anyway, so what's the question?
Are you gonna pick up Mortal Kombat? Probably not from that answer.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Nah, I'm good.
What about you guys? You guys
I'm
ever gonna
fine.
try a fighting game?
Yeah, Smash Bros.
That's not
a
fighting.
real fighting game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have
know.
a platform to play it
Maybe it depends.
I think it
What-
comes on.
PC.
on. Is it coming out on PC?
Come,
Yeah,
and
yes, it is.
coming on
Yeah.
Switch too. Actually,
MKX was on PC also.
it was not a good port, but yeah.
I know. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things.
If I can find a way to jerry-rig a controller or a mouse and keyboard for it, I'll consider it.
I think
You
it
can
is
plug. You
native.
don't have controllers.
Xbox or PS4?
Oh no,
you can-
I'm garbage with controllers.
It does have native mouse and keyboard support.
Which one?
MKX.
Most likely they.
It did.
I've seen people
Yeah,
at
like-
tournaments. I was at a local tournament a while back, and this guy we're playing Tekken. This guy just like has his keyboard in his hand. I'm like, what? Who plays on a keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
he-
say, like, if I really want to spend $60, I don't have anything else to spend $60 on. I'll pick up Mortal Kombat 11. But it's
The
just
issue is we have a lot of things coming out.
right. Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of announcements. Nothing
I mean, Anthem's coming out.
besides
later
like
this
the
month.
3
yeah.
games that come out this month.
Right. Yeah. And okay, let me ask you this: Is it basically is MK11 basically shaping up to be sort of the Smash Ultimate in the Mortal Kombat series, where it's like every character that's ever been in it is going to be there, or
No, that was kind of like Mortal Kombat like Ultimate
okay,
3 was like that. Or no, Mortal Kombat Armageddon was like that thing. They just literally had everybody.
okay,
This one, I think it seems like they're gonna tone it down a bit,
Mhm.
just because they are changing things up. Like Sub-Zero has like 3 moves, like
Okay.
you know, like the way they're like changing the characters just to like be more simplified. They put a huge roster, and I think that it would be detrimental. To, like,
Okay.
simplified move.
fair enough.
But they have a lot of the classic characters. Oh, it seems like Liu Kang and Kung Lao got leaked. So like, a lot of the classic guys, some of the new ones as well. No idea how they're gonna handle like they have like some like the kids, Cassie Cage's Johnny Cage's kid. I don't know how they're gonna do that again. They did that last time.
No.
See how they integrate it. I don't know. I like the stories in those games. They're super stupid, so dumb. There's so much like time travel and like,
So over the top.
yeah.
10
they're-
was a bit like that as well. I did actually play 10.
Oh, see, yeah, like
Yeah.
they're just
Didn't
so.
like it.
You didn't like the combat, or you didn't like the story?
I mean, the combat's good, but so the thing is, for a fighting game, I would mainly play it for the characters, and because I don't really know that many people in the Mortal Kombat series or whatever. I mean, the combats, I would kind of like the combat in Mortal Kombat compared to other fighting games, but
Yeah.
the whole story and everything is a bit iffy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not.
Hmm.
It's just dumb. That's why I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see if this is actually true. If it is true, that's cool. We'll see some more characters. Hopefully, there's more than these characters. I think that only makes like 15 or so. So hopefully, there's a few more.
Okay.
I'd like
Would
to
you?
bring back Striker.
Bring Bad Striker. Okay. Make that a
That's what I
hashtag.
It's gonna be.
Okay.
Make it a
He's-
hashtag.
He's the worst character.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Discord,
good. He's
Discord
fine.
was weirding out
Oh.
there for a second.
Yeah.
Waiting
Okay.
out for me. the whole time.
All right. So what all do you guys know about MK11 then, Andrew? Like the community in general?
It's a Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, it
Matt.
is a Mortal Kombat game. But yeah, like I said earlier, like kind of going back, they're doing some interesting stuff. They're doing cooldowns now. Like it's the first game, not the first game, but like instead of having like an EX bar, like Street Fighter, where you have like you build up a bar and you have a super. It's not how it works. Like you're gonna have like these two little bars that recharge separately, like defensive bar and offensive bar. So they're doing some interesting stuff, which I appreciate a lot. So I want to say people are pretty excited for it because it is different than it has been. Because I think if it came out and they're like, it's the same game, everyone would be like, no,
I'm done.
Yeah, because I don't know, because NetherRealm games seem to fall off relatively quickly.
Yeah.
They have big base in the beginning, like Mortal Kombat's huge, Injustice is huge, and then they just all of a sudden just dip a lot. I don't know if that's because it's a broad game that appeals to audiences, or if just like the way the combat works, which you're getting juggled forever, or you're getting rushed down constantly and taking like massive chip damage. It seems like this game is getting away from like a lot of that rush down stuff, having a little more neutral, like footsie game. So a little more not traditional. I don't know, a little more like leaning a little bit more towards Street Fighter with like the neutral game. And so it'll be interesting. I'm hoping it goes well. We'll see.
Okay, which I guess that leads me to Matt's question for you, and that is, do you see MK11 kind of attracting new players to the series at all, or being approachable to new players, or?
I think it'll probably be one of the more approachable Mortal Kombats for sure. So if you're like ever interested in looking at Mortal Kombat, and you've seen the old one where people are getting just destroyed and juggled, this is kind of taking away from that and putting like more traditional combos. Oh, this is going to be like the bread and butter combo. So like if you land this is the combo. And also it's got a lot of customization stuff. So if you're into that, I think people are going to be like, oh, dude, that ninja looks dope. Like I want to play as a cool ninja. So
yeah.
I don't know. It got a lot, and like the story's rebooting itself, it seems like again. So
oh boy.
Yeah, their time travel's
weird, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't hurt to hit a reset button though.
Well, they did it a long time ago, and it seems like they're doing it again.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time.
Comics do it, and comic books do it like every 10 to 15 years.
Every other week.
Every year.
There's so many.
They have the excuse of the multiverse now for creating different characters that fit into the different names. But
Planes quantum physics.
Yeah, but like the huge reset buttons that like do the entire multiverse thing, reset all of that. It tends to be like every 10 to 15
Didn't
years.
they kind of reboot Mortal Kombat 10 a little bit? Like, not reboot, but kind of give the characters a newer start kind of thing?
So like MK9 was like kind of like a reboot, which is in 2011, where it tells the story of like 1, 2, and 3. So like it kind of put like differently because that had time travel, and then MK11 was like so many years after, and it was kind of like telling Mortal Kombat Deception. This one, I don't know. It turns out there's this lady who's been like behind the scenes the whole time, controlling it all, who's a time travel person. I don't know. It's weird, like I said, and stupid. But I love it. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just trying to quell my curiosity here. What is like the quintessential Mortal Kombat game that you see played at like Evo or something, or like fighting tournaments?
It's probably going to be 2 or 3. Probably
okay.
2. 2 is kind of held as like the best Mortal Kombat, I feel like, in everyone's opinion.
Wow.
Like
I think 2's the best.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat game. 3's fun, but it's like got some weird combo systems, and I hate the run button. But that's me personally.
Fair enough.
But 2 is like the classic that everyone loves. Like Mortal Kombat 2 is like the one that people are gonna play.
Okay.
All right.
Just curious. So, any other thing about MK11? Are you excited?
Kind of. I don't know. Like, we'll see. I always get excited about fighting games, and then I buy them, and I'm like, boy, I'm like, I do like it a lot.
I'm not going to be buying another one of these.
That's what happened with Soul Calibur. I was like, yeah, heck yeah, man. Soul Calibur's coming out. Let's do it.
Is that my own character?
Sits is
Like,
bad. Sits is bad.
I don't know if 6 is bad. I just don't like it.
Okay.
So.
So it's bad. No.
For me personally, I don't think it's a fun game to play. Maybe because I'm not putting enough time into it, but
That's always a possibility.
Reasonable.
yeah.
Reasonable. Yeah, if you want to get if you want to enjoy something, sink like 100 hours into it and see how you feel then.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like, it's not wanting me to play more. Whereas, when I bought Tekken, I'm like, oh, I really want more hours.
Okay.
Even with Apex Legends, I'm like, it's kind of funny. I think of it kind of like a fighting game because I'm like, oh, I'm trying to learn each character. I'm trying to learn this stuff. And even though I'm getting my butt kicked in the beginning and dying, I play another game. I want to learn.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it's very easy to play another game in that game. You just get into it so quick. Just from match to match to match. Not a lot of downtime.
Helps having a million concurrent players.
Yes, it does. Statistically speaking, there's probably someone searching also.
Yeah. The odds are.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, next topic. This, I don't know how technical Matt's didn't get with this, so this might turn into the Matt and Taylor show. So I apologize. But Matt, let's go for it. Radeon 7.
It's been released.
Yes.
It's meh.
It's meh.
Technical.
All right. So it was a very Plymouth night or morning in Las Vegas, early January, when we set our alarms to be woken up to the voice of the very generous Lisa Sue. And well, one of the heralding scrolls that she brought was that of a new graphics card from the red team, AMD, called the Radeon 7. Review embargo lifted, what was it, like yesterday? Thursday?
It was 2 days ago.
Okay.
On February 7th, which I think was, Thursday.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Yeah. The embargo's lifted, so we saw what people had to say about all the reviewers got to say about the Radeon 7. Competes with the 1080 Ti, or not, 1080 Ti, but on a 2080 more current card. 2080 level, but same price tag, and kind of lacks the feature set that the 2080 has.
Oof.
And this is their top of the line.
It's their current top of the line using their latest stuff, but odds are we'll see more stuff from AMD later this year when it comes to newer cards and hopefully a newer top end card. If you want to hear more specific things about it, this could be a selfish plug, yes. I actually plan on making a video about this and uploading it to a channel called Tech for Thought.
Which I'm running too also, by the way.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Me and Taylor plan on making a YouTube channel called Tech for Thought, and I'll be uploading a more in-depth analysis of all this stuff there. But the basic rundown is it competes with the 2080. It's already sold out on Newegg, so
People are
buying it, I guess.
Have you got the channel link for your channel?
Yes, but there's nothing on the channel.
No.
Well, that's okay.
Well, you have given it to him before.
I'll
Chuck
hop
it in
drop
the-
that. I'll hop drop
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
That way people
So,
know where it's going.
But
Yeah, alright, so remind me, what is the 2080 pricing like?
the 2080 is also a $700 card.
Oof. Wolf.
Yeah,
Really?
or at least for the Founders Edition.
Hey, okay.
The
What's
2080.
Yeah, the 2080. The Founder Edition was a $700 card on release. There are some board partners who have dropped the price on it.
Yeah, okay.
But
Okay. I thought it was higher. Okay. So it's like I don't know. Does it perform like equivalent to a 2080?
it almost exactly the same. The important part is when it comes to DirectX 11, 12 or 12 titles, they compete the same. Obviously, in Vulkan, AMD who wins that.
Right.
DirectX 11, that's where Nvidia will pull ahead.
Mhm.
And it's just kind of picking your flavor at that point.
Okay.
But,
So how is this considered meh, out of curiosity? Because AMD's never been known to have like the very high-end, like 1080 Ti competitors or 2080 Ti competitors. They've always only been able to really peak at around like the 80 level.
I say it's meh because it's the same price point, but it doesn't offer anything more.
And
I mean,
actually, the argument could be made it offers less because there's no ray tracing, there's no DLSS.
I'm saying the 2080 offers more. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so the 2080 offers more at the same price point. It has ray tracing. It does have DLSS. And the important factor now is, yes, you could save money on. You could say if G-Sync was still a thing and you had to buy the nice, G-Sync monitor, you save the $200 in that by buying a nicer graphics card from AMD. But now, since that's no longer a thing, that is a huge chunk taken out from AMD's advantage.
Okay.
So making it almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Hot dropping a link.
All right.
Yeah.
Go subscribe.
Just subscribe so we get 100 people, and then we can just say youtube.com/tetforthought. Anyway, all right. So, where do I want to go with this? It's basically, I guess it kind of goes back to what I've said before. I don't know if I ever said it on this show, but it's like AMD always seems, because okay, so to provide context, AMD is gonna do their Ryzen, right? Ryzen.
Yes,
Okay.
that's their CPU line.
Yeah, they're into their Ryzen 3 stuff, or their
Ryzen
Ryzen 3000. Their Ryzen 2
Yes, the 3000 series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later this year. And, like, those are super competitive CPUs and everything.
Oh
Those
yeah,
are, like,
the 1 and 2000 series are extremely competitive, mainly because of their price point, but they've caught up to an Intel at this point.
Especially even if you go into, like, the HGT stuff or the HEDT stuff with Threadripper and whatnot. It's super competitive with Intel's, like, Extremes and whatnot. But
Yeah.
past that, the point I was going to get to is basically... Hi, welcome back, Andrew.
Welcome back.
It basically seems like AMD can only ever perform in one market at a time. Like, if they spend resources trying to dedicate to make their CPUs competitive, their graphics area suffers, and then we get products like the RX 590. Or then if we, or then it's like, you know, if they spend time in the graphics department, I have no doubt their CPU area will suffer.
I think the difference is the CPU market has, when they started their Ryzen series, it stalled.
Mm-hmm.
As where the graphics kept pushing forward with NVIDIA's incremental improvements.
Okay.
Unlike Intel, where they've had no real improvements until AMD stepped up and said, we're here.
All right.
But so I guess AMD is trying to make up ground right now. Now we have a competitor. I mean, it's sold out, so I can't.
Right.
So not like I can complain necessarily.
You said it was the same price too.
Yeah, it's the same price, but you get less.
For a founder versus founder card, you technically get a lot less with AMD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, then I guess
People just trying to get to AMD. People, sorry, it's me just questioning. So people are buying it because they just want the AMD tech, probably compared to NVIDIA.
Yeah, because like they support
Yes and
Red
no.
Team sort of thing. It's like
Yeah,
not
like
brands.
Matt, I don't want you to be
Part of it.
insulted by this or anything. but
go ahead, that's fine.
but it's more of like AMD tends to have like this almost cultish following to them, in the sense.
At least
of,
I have reasons.
Yeah, in the sense of like people will just buy the AMD product because it's not supporting Intel or Nvidia type thing, even if it might not be the best product to fit their needs. That's,
Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's
even
what's-
I don't fit the bill on that. I just want to say.
I know. I'm saying, which is why I don't want you to get insulted by that.
Yeah,
I have
no, it's all
both.
good.
I'm equal. I have AMD and NVIDIA in my computer.
Okay.
I have an Intel CPU and an AMD GPU. The difference was I bought a Fury X when it was brand new, and that was a 980 Ti level competitor.
Sure.
Right.
I also did that because it had HBM on it. I wanted to show my support for HBM because it's a new technology. It actually works really well.
Yeah, and it's a different memory format than GDDR6 is.
Yeah,
which is
it
what
was
the-
5 at the time.
Yeah. I'm just saying in general because there is HBM2 now, which is employed by the Radeon 7, as opposed to like the 20 series from Nvidia, which has GDDR6 VRAM into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I'm literally Satan because I have an Intel processor and Nvidia graphics card. So
Fine. Yeah, I mean, given credit, you have the best for the best
right.
now. I mean, unless you wanted to get a Threadripper, but that's a lot of money to drop.
And that's
I'm just picturing his computer looking like a jet engine.
I mean, after
Well,
playing
I know.
so much, was it Case Combat 7?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it didn't
I'm going to
fly
be
away.
getting a AMD CPU sometime or other eventually. So.
Yeah, I've been recommending to people Ryzen stuff, to be honest.
The best bang for your buck right now.
Yeah.
Can't really beat it.
Particularly over here, like you can get it's like 100 and something bucks cheaper for a Ryzen CPU compared to an Intel CPU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Mike Soul, one of our staff members here at COD. He's been on the podcast a few times. He's working on a build also, and I recommended him a 2700X
Yeah.
just because like it was like $1,000 build, and it's like that fit the bill perfectly for it. Yeah.
And a 2700 is one of their highest end
Yeah.
Yeah.
standard consumer CPUs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I guess like I have to ask the question. It's like, you know, what's the point of buying the Radeon 7 outside of just supporting AMD? You know, if you technically get less value out of it.
I think the worst part as well, if I remember correctly, they're not allowing their board partners to edit, like tamper with the cards in any way. They just have to sell the card for what it is. They're not allowed to replace the heatsinks or the fans or anything.
Okay.
It's like,
what's the point of having board partners then?
Somebody to sell your cards.
Okay.
Because they don't necessarily sell them themselves.
Fair enough.
Would I get like better, like my computer run better if I had an AMD both? Like if I had an AMD? No? Okay.
No. Not unless you are running Linux.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Because Linux uses multi-threading better than Windows.
Yeah.
So that's really where, you know, the more cores from AMD will shine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't... AMD in the graphics department is just such in a weird place to me.
Yeah.
They really are.
Like no one
Shameless
has.
plug one more time. That's what kind of making the video about on which we'll be releasing on the link I just posted, and I'll repost again because all of you are so lovely.
spam
I'm
in
not
the
I'm not
chat.
necessarily talking about the stats of the card.
You get banned.
I'm basically just going, why?
Yeah, okay. Is that kind of like... I actually haven't read any reviews about it yet. Is that kind of the consensus of... the consensus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mother.
Is that the consensus for
I've been banned for 10 minutes.
Did you really?
yeah.
Oh, that must have been Anthony.
No, it was Taylor.
Oh.
But
I mean, he was
that's
spamming
kind of
Twitch chat. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to go too far in it because I just don't want to like
Spoil the video.
Message deleted.
Okay.
yeah. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to like spoil what I plan on doing, but you'll see.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good.
Moving on.
Remove the timeout, so hot drop that link one more time so people can look for the video. Anthony!
There we go.
Yeah.
Telltale Games isn't dead. There's been some black magic necromancy being performed, and well, now they're alive, but take a different name. So what's this?
Yeah, so this was announced, I think, 2 days ago, or yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday. A couple of the...
So Thursday. Okay.
or Friday for me, but anyway. So a couple of the Telltale developers have actually gone out and have in the process of creating their own studio. So these guys are Michael Chung, I think his name is. I don't want to pronounce any of these incorrectly. Nick Herman, Dennis Lennart, and Pierre Choret. So these guys are creating Adhoc Studios. They're going to be moving away from the more conventional storytelling mechanic, like what, for instance, the Batman Telltale series was, or Walking Dead, or any of those. And they've actually taken some. They've actually been in discussions with the guys behind Black Mirror, the Netflix series,
Okay.
or more like. I guess the correct thing would be to say the guys behind the Bandersnatch Black Mirror episode or series, I think that is. I haven't seen it, so I'm not too sure. They're looking at doing a video game series very similar to that, and they're getting ideas from those guys on how and what they're going to be using the kind of assets that Netflix has with that series.
Okay.
So I'll just read a bit of a quote from this. In Pierre's words, "It feels like we're on the precipice of a big shift in how we consume media, where the lines between film, TV, and games are starting to blur. With streaming platforms in our homes and cell phones in our pockets..." I can't read today for some reason. "We're in the unique time where the barrier to entry... Wow, that's not written very well. Good job,
The barrier
Ethan.
to entry to interaction is gone.
Yeah. So as a group of people whose expertise and experience have come from making interactive narrative that sits in that space between, we feel now is the perfect time to form a studio that focuses on creating content for a new space." So yeah, very interesting. There's also another article on this from Game Industry Biz, GameIndustry.biz, which goes into a little bit more detail as to what they're actually going to be doing with the Bandersnatch series and like their future plans and whatnot.
As somebody, go ahead, continue.
No, go for it.
As somebody who doesn't know what Bandersnatch is,
What the hell is Bandersnatch?
explain it.
The
No idea.
Bandersnatch is a movie on
Okay.
Netflix where at times it'll kind of like go into like heavy rain style, like it'll pause and you make decisions, and based on the decisions you make, certain scenes will play, and then like a choose your own adventure movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's about like the making of a video game called The Bandersnatch.
Okay.
Basically, these guys are making a game or something like that called Bandersnatch. I haven't seen it, but yeah, I like Black Mirror for part.
Okay. Well, all I have to say with this is because these are the Telltale guys, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and according to this article that I was reading, it said they left before the meltdown of it all.
Oh, okay.
How early, I don't know, but
Okay.
it said they left.
Well, you know what? Either way, honestly, this might be kind of a cynical view. It's like, I see the cycle repeating itself. It's like these guys who work for Telltale, which, by the way, Telltale died because they failed to innovate in their own oversaturated market. They oversaturated their own market, okay? Let's be perfectly clear on that. And now it's like, Telltale games are effectively choose your own adventure games also. And you just described to me the same format of another Telltale game going through this. So it's like they're going to, in 10 years, this studio is going to shut down just like Telltale did. Okay? Calling it now.
I think the important part is, have they learned the lesson from before about oversaturation?
I don't know.
Well,
That's-
as far as
That's
far
the
as
true
what-
question.
I don't know. You can't make the argument. It's like, oh, they have like a really good license this time also. Because I mean, they had some baller licenses as Telltale.
No,
also.
it's like you can't deny that, but it's like, it's just what can they change now? Okay, so they have a new plan moving forward. How different is it from before, and how frequent do they plan on making stuff like this?
Okay. Anthony, what were you going to say?
Yeah. Well, there's not that much information about that. The one thing they have, so they haven't actually commented on Telltale shutting down. But Chung did note that one thing his studio would do differently was put a focus on recognizing, empowering, and ultimately retaining creative talent. So they're not going to be getting rid of people anytime soon, which is whoever they hire or whatever, which is good to see. Hopefully they'll get some ideas from the people they pick up.
Okay.
We don't know if they've actually picked up any other Telltale employees or whatever. They haven't actually said that. I think it's just these 4 guys for now. But yeah, it's an interesting new studio. I wonder if they might actually get picked up by Microsoft or something. Even not too sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Then that'd be quite the little financially stable platform to have there.
Get picked up by Activision.
Oh. Yeah. You know, that's not such a good idea.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so, all right. So, yeah, that's not such a good idea because Activision Blizzard is set to announce hundreds of layoffs across all departments and everything, citing poor sales of Destiny 2 Forsaken and a decline in users across all Blizzard Entertainment titles.
I wonder why.
I don't know why. Hey, I'm one of those decline in users, by the way. I haven't played a Blizzard game since, oh god, I don't even know. It was last year at some time.
Well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
like,
technically this year hasn't gone on too long. So.
yeah, true.
That's right.
I don't think since
Like
What
an
was it
18
like?
month
It was like a 1 or 2 weeks after the Battle of Azeroth. You like dropped it.
Yeah. So that was like the only Blizzard game I was still tied to. So yeah, this isn't very good at all. So Andrew, what you thinking?
I mean, like, it kind of makes sense. Or like they already talked about Destiny not selling well, or Forsaken, I guess. Destiny sold well. But like Hearthstone, the one Blizzard game that I play, is kind of in a weird, not so fun spot right now. But I haven't played it in months.
Okay.
Not been fun for me. I don't. You said Activision, just Activision Blizzard, or like Activision and Blizzard?
Okay, so this is kind of an interesting thing to explain, right?
Okay.
So there's the conglomerate. So imagine a tree, okay?
Yeah.
Or it's like kind of like a tree that all branched down, okay? At the top of the tree is Vivendi Games, okay?
Right.
The next branch down is the subsidiary of Vivendi Games, Activision Blizzard. Branching
Okay.
off from Activision Blizzard is Activision, which
Got
is
it.
a game publishing corporation, okay? And they have many developers branching off from them. we return to the Activision Blizzard branch.
Mm-hmm.
Branching off of that one is Blizzard Entertainment, who develops their own games.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay.
Maybe this is why they're not doing too well.
So yeah, that's how their little corporate structure works. It's kind of-
Hierarchy's a
kind of-
bit interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting because I know Call of Duty was like the best-selling game this year. No, or one of the best-selling games this year. I don't know if it was the best-selling.
Last year.
Or last year. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah, that's
Is
fair, but Blizzard has been suffering.
But I mean, this
Very
entire
hard.
collective is
Oh, yeah,
completely
see.
massive, though. That's the thing. So it takes
Yeah.
more than just one game, unfortunately, to keep it floating.
Yeah. But then when you get a game like that, it's still so much. Crazy.
Right.
Well, it's just
Um,
one out of a pool.
And I think that also speaks to the size of it too. Also, it's like even if you have a massive Call of Duty, you just can't like keep the ship upright itself. Then that's
Yeah.
not a problem.
I've also
Yeah, I mean,
noticed,
yeah.
like, I'm not sure. I know Call of Duty is a console game, but like, I was sitting in a queue for a little bit the other night when I was playing some Call of Duty, like
Okay.
Team Deathmatch, PC.
Uh,
So it was weird, but I mean, I don't know. It seems like it makes sense because they were going through so many weird changes lately, but maybe they're trying to like slim down and just focus on a couple games instead. I don't know. They don't even have much coming out. I don't know. It's insane. Who knows?
right.
None
It's
of
like,
it.
well,
none of
you
this is
know,
done.
that's the thing. It's like they don't have much coming out. Blizzard, like
Yeah.
Blizzard Entertainment themselves, aren't slated to release anything major this year unless we get like a ninja drop for Diablo 4. But I mean, it's like there's not going to be a StarCraft 3 coming out. There's not going to be another WoW expansion till at least 2020. Let's see, Hearthstone.
They'll
like,
do their three
might be
drops a
good
year.
for something, and like Overwatch will only get 2 or 3 characters this year also. But
Yeah.
like, yeah. But I mean, okay, Overwatch isn't that consistent of a business model. It's like you only ever see it make a lot of money during events or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
I mean,
even then, the events are on it. Like, it's 50-50 whether you make it or not.
right. And then the
Okay.
same can be applied to Hearthstone also, because like Hearthstone suffered from balance issues for such a long time and everything that it's only really the hardcore people playing still, and the hardcore people still aren't buying packs because they played the game for so much and everything. They just craft everything with what they have in the bank and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of like an ineffective business thing. Destiny 2 Forsaken, I'm not sure about, because from all accounts,
Yeah.
I've heard that it greatly improves the game and that it's
Yeah,
a really
well,
good
yeah.
expansion.
Well, the issue is you still have to play the game to begin with and have all the other expansions as well.
I mean, they are
Oh.
giving Destiny 2 away free everywhere at one point.
Yeah.
It was free on
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation. It was free on their store, I think, right?
Origin.
But
I
the
think it
majority
was.
of the game is still locked behind all the DLC.
Yeah, the good stuff, I guess. But it wasn't like the full-fledged $60. It was like 40 at least, or maybe 40, 30.
Yeah, they discount it
I
all
can
the
tell you.
time. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't know.
As usual, I went out and bought it, and then like the next day it was free. Every
Oh.
single thing I buy, and then like at least
Patience.
like a couple of days later, or like a week later, it's either like 50% off or free or something, and I'm just like, whatever. I can't
Did you
bother
buy the new
to-
Hitman? Because that's a free game on somewhere recently. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, I haven't got that.
Well,
Not
yeah.
Hitman 2, the 2016.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the solution to that, Anthony, is just to not buy another game ever again.
Yep, no more buying games.
We're not getting games free ever again.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, and then past that, it's just like the only people that really still play World of Warcraft are the raiders that are into progression raiding. That's a
Sure.
somewhat small community compared to the like once large population
What
it
it was.
had. Diablo 3 has been on a downward decline since Reaper of Souls came out in like 2014 or so, 2015.
Have
So-
they
Switch-
released
the Switch
anything since
version-
then?
The Switch version.
Oh yeah. I mean on the PC though, rather. I
Yeah,
should say.
I'm just saying,
Oh okay.
like, rekindling some kind of,
Yeah, return to cost.
cost value.
Overwatch had a bad year last year as well.
And then Blizzard killed the esports scene for Heroes of the Storm.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I wonder. Yeah. Why not?
So
Good question.
yeah.
I think
Um,
I don't think people were playing that game a lot, were they? Is that why?
It
They
had
killed
its
it?
very dedicated community to it.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
decent size.
Speaking of esports scenes, how's StarCraft doing?
Just fine. Winter WCS started like earlier today or maybe late last night. I'm not sure. I watched a little bit of it this morning. It's going well. It's still like proceeding as normal. It's still planned. It still turns a profit for Blizzard, which is good and everything.
Yeah.
And a big
Yeah.
part of that comes to how they've started doing prize pools for tournaments and everything, where it's
Okay.
like before every major tournament they do a battle chest sort of thing for it, and it's like if you it works kind of like the battle pass for Fortnite or something, where it's like you
Right.
play games, you unlock stuff and everything and whatnot. And I mean, because StarCraft now has like announcer pats, skins, emotes, everything, stuff like that. And I mean, they are stuff that people want in the game and everything. So, and then
cool.
every like all the money from those goes towards like crowdfunding the next prize pool for the event. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like the Dota model kind of thing.
Yes.
Yes.
That's another good comparison. So yeah, that's kind of like the death throes. I don't want to say the death throes because I doubt they'll sink or anything, but it's just wow.
Well, I mean, if they don't get, so we don't know how many people are being laid off, do we? Just
Well, they haven't done an official announcement.
hundreds, or
The source to Bloomberg says it'll be in the hundreds.
Yeah.
wow. So that's Activision. Yeah, okay.
Think.
Mm.
I honestly wonder how much of those are oriented towards Blizzard. To be fair.
We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But so it's like because of how it's handled and everything, it's like people that work for like Activision or people that work for like Blizzard and everything, their employer is technically Activision Blizzard.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it says
could
like
be a number.
yeah, so it's
Right.
like when Activision Blizzard says they're cutting it, that means both departments, so to speak, are feeling it.
Yeah.
And it could be like people they could cancel a game, that unannounced game, and that's where that comes from. Who knows, right? Like,
Right. Yeah. I mean, I doubt they had a couple hundred people working on like Diablo 4 or something, but
well, I mean, they're big. They can put people on games.
true. Or I'm sorry, it's not Diablo 4, it's Diablo Immortal.
There you go.
Yeah. We all have phones, right?
Yeah, right next to me.
It's like, don't you guys have phones?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that didn't age well. I'll just say that. Oh,
That
When,
didn't
yeah, when
even-
are we supposed to be seeing that?
That didn't even age. It was dead on arrival.
yeah, true.
Oh, is that already out?
I don't think so.
No, it's not out yet.
Oh wait, actually no. Come to think of it, Blizzard isn't even developing that themselves
Oh yeah, that's
because
right.
they contracted that Chinese company to do it for them.
And
Yep.
What? Okay. All
Maybe that's why. Just getting rid of all of their first party stuff and just third partying it out.
Yeah. That would
Hmm.
really.
They need to give Respawn Overwatch.
Oh,
Then the
man.
game will actually be balanced.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would be
man.
yeah.
You know,
Think about it. Bring Mercy back.
this will be. Oh
She
man.
was- he's gone.
No,
Well, I mean,
she's
dead.
Yeah. Like,
Wait, she's not in the game anymore.
no, she is.
No,
but she's
as
not a
in she's
viable
just,
character.
Oh,
yeah,
They nerfed her into the ground and then
Did they, like,
several
take away her
times.
and then
healing
kept
or
pushing
something?
her down. What?
They took away her like ult that revives people and
Yeah.
like gave her just like a damage booster, which makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like I forget what exactly how she flinches now because I stopped paying attention after they killed her. But
Yeah.
because I was a Mercy main, by the way. But basically it was just like the logic they had for it was so garbage. They said we don't like a single button press undoing an entire team's progress. But then you have characters like Diva with her ult that's
Just
capable.
wipe.
Yeah, that's
people,
capable of
right?
wiping the whole team. Yeah, so it's
Oh.
just like you have all these other overpowered like ultimates, but then all of a sudden you cite an overpowered ultimate that's in line with the other overpowered ultimates too.
How many ults would you get a
yeah.
game? Like,
Oh,
Two maybe?
yeah, one
Yeah.
or two at most.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're hard to get with how fast paced the game is.
Mhm.
And even then, you have to choose a right moment to do it.
right? Yeah,
Right,
right,
exactly. Yeah.
Otherwise, okay, interesting but weird.
Mm-hmm. So rest in peace, Mercy. But
Mhm.
yeah, it doesn't surprise me that like Overwatch is declining in player count because there's this old adage that came around when WoW. This was maybe circa 2010 or so, 2008 maybe. When WoW's game director or he was either director or like chief of balance or something, named Ghostcrawler was still around.
Mm-hmm.
He made some questionable decisions over the years and everything, but they all ended up working out for the better, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then it's like, since then, he eventually left in like 2013, I think. But we had seen like StarCraft 2 start to decline then and everything and whatnot, and just things weren't going too well for Blizzard overall, also. And it was like this old adage came up of like, it's like the Blizzard players don't kill games, the Blizzard balance kills games.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's,
mean,
I mean,
yeah.
and it's like their balance is exactly the reason why it's like I don't play Mercy,
Yeah,
or
it's
it's like I don't play
fun,
Overwatch
Sure.
anymore in general. It's because like I mained Mercy and everything, and it's just like, well, she's unusable now. I have no reason to continue playing this game because I don't find any other character like fulfilling or appealing as I did Mercy. So
Logi main, by the way.
yeah, pretty much.
I was gonna say it's also like you got to factor in all these other games that are like services now, games of services. Like Blizzard was kind of like the OG, like WoW games as a service
Right.
kind of thing, and then now you got Fortnite coming out, which is like set the bar completely different for people.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six is a pretty good game as a service, or ongoing game.
This is a great game.
Yeah, I love like Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So much fun.
And even Apex Legends, which has like a timeline of stuff when they're going to release. Like people know what's coming to these already good games, right? And they're just more enticing to be like, well, I know it's coming. I'm going to go play this game because it's fun. I'm enjoying it, and I know like where this is going to be headed.
Yeah.
Whereas like you don't get that from like Activision or Blizzard. You don't get the transparency of like, oh, this is our
Yeah, you
season.
don't get roadmaps
one.
from them.
Yeah, the roadmap. That's a good way to put it. You just stuff happens. Like, oh, here's a character coming out. Test them out now. See what you feel like.
Yeah, and
I can
it's
see
like
that, a reason why.
by comparison to the rest of the industry, WoW has a very, very, very greedy business model. By comparison to the rest, even examining it towards other MMOs and everything, it and Final Fantasy XIV are the only two required subscription MMOs now.
I was just gonna ask. They asked.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah, but yet Final Fantasy XIV is still going strong, partially because they've actually made a good product, so people are willing to pay $15 a month for it. But
how much is it?
It's $15 a month, so it's like standard.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like standard MMO.
That's like standard for MMO.
yeah.
Still though, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. It
That's
does.
steep here. That's like $30.
Right. But anyway, so what the greater point was, it's like with WoW, so you have, so it's like the cost to entry is $100 right off the bat, depending on
for all the DLC stuff.
yeah, it depends on like the sale. You can get like the battle chest for like 30 or $40 and everything. But then if you buy it during a year in which an expansion came out, that's still full priced at $60. So that's $100 just to get into it. Plus $15 for your first 30-day subscription cost. I think there's like a 2-week trial or something to do, but I don't know. And then there are microtransactions in WoW. You can buy mounts that are $25 each, like companion pets that are like $9 or $10 each also. And then there are all these like nickel and diming game services and everything. If you want to transfer a character to another server, that's $25.
Whoa.
If you want to change the race or if you want to change the race or gender of your character, that's $15.
That's a lot.
Yeah. If you want to faction change your
Golly.
character,
Do people buy this stuff? That's the real question.
not as much as they did anymore.
Because I'm gonna say if they're charge whatever you want. People are gonna, they want to do it. They're gonna do it.
You
they're
mostly
gonna pay.
see it whenever it's like these services mostly like uptick whenever like a new expansion comes out that introduces new races or something.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
But anyway, so then it's like there's also a service you can get faction change. So if you're an alliance, you want to play on Horde, that's $25.
And there's no free to play version of WoW.
No, there's a timed trial that you can play, and I think you can only go up to like level 20 with it.
That's crazy.
Which is basically nothing in that
Right,
game.
that's nothing compared to.
Don't they give you like a free charge up to like level 20? Like if you pay
They
for it? or
they
something?
might, but then past that,
I know they do free charges. They like you can max out your character by buying something.
Right. I thought
Okay.
there was like if you like have an old character, give you
They,
level 50 coin or whatever you want.
they might. I don't know. WoW has a WoW token, so that if you're rich enough in game, and I mean this is completely a player-controlled market in this point now, where it's like you can buy the subscription, but unless you're playing WoW for like 8 hours a day or so, then you can't afford it. Just straight up. Yeah, it's like there's no way to have enough money to afford your subscription in game.
I was gonna ask that.
Unless the only thing you do is farm gold. Like if you want to raid or something, dedicate yourself to like gearing up to raid or something.
The fun stuff.
Yeah, it's like you won't have enough gold, so you have to pay real money. And then all right, so past that, and then but then it's like you have $180 a year just in an off year minimum. That's just to keep your subscription going. But then like if an expansion comes out that year, that's $60 also. So now you're up to $240 for that year.
Yeah, and you're probably not playing like the $15 doesn't make sense to me if you're only playing it occasionally.
Right, exactly.
Like you have to be like pretty into the game.
Yeah, and it's like WoW has a very greedy business model by comparison
yeah, I reckon.
to other games now.
Interesting.
I'm
I
honestly
mean, that's
surprised.
like part of the reason, right? That this is probably they're losing players, obviously.
Yeah. So it's like WoW is very, very expensive to maintain. So it's like
Yeah.
they need to update the player count of it. They need those subscription numbers, but they're not getting them because the game's very unfun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And when you only put out 3 games a year, and you got things like WoW that are just probably a lot of money to uptake the servers and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
If you want a good example, and I mean, in EVE Online, you can make your if once you become efficient enough at it, you can make enough to pay for a month of subscription in just hours.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's where
Like 2 or 3 hours, you have enough for a month if you know how to do it right.
Yeah, that's because like nothing in EVE time gates you, but in WoW there are so many time gates. So I mean, there is a somewhat cap to how much gold you can make per day, just because of how timings work out and everything.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where it's opposed to EVE, it's like the only limit is the hours in a day,
Yeah.
Sure.
Fair enough.
The only limit is how long the server is
How long you can
maintained.
stay awake?
Yeah, pretty much. And then
Even then, that's kind of because botting is pretty rampant in that game.
yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry, that was kind of ranty. But
Yeah,
that was
it's okay.
just a little bit of insight into why they might be experiencing some issues. It's
Or
like
our thoughts maybe. Why?
yeah,
Is the bot working again? Let's
no,
test
the bot's
this.
dead. Whoever was
Why is the
streaming
bot
Kingdom
dead?
Hearts 3 earlier killed it.
It was on one of the mics.
Wait, no, he's there. No, he's down. There.
One of the mics.
Oh, my camera. There we go.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, so Anthony, what games are releasing this next week?
Quite a few actually. About 20 or so, I think.
Damn.
If I can count correctly. So February, this is already out, so I'm not going to read that. So there's that. Wow, okay. Arcane Spirits is going to PC on February the 12th. The King's Bird is going to
What is
PS4,
that?
Xbox One, and Switch on February the 12th. I don't know, no idea. Hacky Zack, great name.
Okay.
PS4 on February the 12th as well. Canarium, I think it is. Canarium is going to PS4 and Xbox One on February the 12th. Evolution is going to PC, Android, and iOS on February the 12th as well. Hyper Jam is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February the 12th as well. Hopefully we'll get a review for this. Trials Rising is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One and Switch on February
That'd
the
be
12th
nice.
as well. I will hopefully be reviewing that.
Then don't spoil it.
Well, okay,
It's
whatever.
a 0 out of 10.
Sure. East Shade is going to PC on February the 13th. Intruders Hide and Seek is going to PS VR on February the 13th. Degrees of Separation is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and also Switch on February the 14th. The Texticist, I think it is. Story of Ray, cool, great name, is going to PC on February the 14th. Civilization 6, Gathering Storm is going to PC on February the 14th.
Oh man, that's
Tokyo.
Sorry.
Did you not know?
No, I completely forgot about it. Okay. Anyway,
What's supposed to
sorry.
be coming out for it?
Huh?
What's the expansion for?
It's like a bunch of new
Gathering
like,
Storm.
civilizations and whatnot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I was curious if you knew any specifics.
Oh
of
yeah,
which
new
civilization.
civs, new mechanics, stuff like that. I honestly haven't read too much into it.
Tokyo School Life is going to Switch on February the 14th.
Yes.
Cook Serve Delicious 2
Oh,
going to PS4
weird game.
on February the 14th as well. Space War Arena is going to sounds like a great Switch game. Is going to Switch on February the 14th. Ollie Ollie Switch Stance is going to Switch on February the 14th.
Ollie.
Is that Ollie like a remake of Ollie?
I think it is. I think it's a Switch like port or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Resort Boss Golf Steam Early Access is going to PC on February the 14th.
What?
Metro Resort Boss Golf Steam Early Access. Great name.
Resort Boss?
If it's early access, is it free? Right? Is that how it works?
I'm looking up.
Metro Exodus is
Okay.
going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February the 15th.
Another game
Crackdown.
distract Kingdom Hearts from Taylor.
Crackdown 3 is going to PC and Xbox One on February the 15th. Far Cry New Dawn is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Yet
February the
another
15th.
game.
Jump Force is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February the 15th. Anthem.
That's not till
EA
the
Origin.
22nd.
Anthem EA Origin Access Trial.
Oh.
Going to PC and Xbox One on February the 15th. Beat Blaster Steam Early Access is going to Rift and Vive on February the 15th. Constructor Plus is going to Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February the 15th. And to the Switch, February the 28th. Great delay there. And that's it for this week.
I'm honestly considering Jump Force over Metro Exodus. Not gonna lie.
I'm honestly
With
considering
Jotaro?
anything over Anthem.
Huh? Anything over Anthem? I'm gonna give like Anthem a solid week past release before I think about buying it. To be honest.
Sure.
Let's see what the reviews
Check
say.
for reviews and whatnot.
Yeah.
See what the content's like.
My friends get it for free, so I'm like, just hold on to it just in case.
What was that? Far Cry New Dawn? That was that one, right? That's interesting. It's a kind of a big one.
Yeah, it's like a
I
good
know
prep
nothing
for
about
Rage
Far Cry.
2.
Yeah, Rage 2 does look cool.
Yeah. Although read
I'm-
Bethesda.
I'm keen for Doom 2 or whatever.
Re
it is.
Far
Yeah,
Cry.
Eternal.
Yeah, Eternal.
Doom Eternal, yeah.
Lots of good games coming out this year. Also,
Oh,
allegedly
yeah.
Death Stranding, but not
This
Metroid
is-
Prime 4.
This is kind of the big push, this first big drop of games I feel like coming up.
Yeah, do you think we'll see, what's it called? Ghost of Tsushima this year?
Oh,
I mean,
there was.
possibly.
Oh yes, okay, that was what I was going to add.
Okay.
Hi, Kat. Apparently the new Star Wars game that Respawn is doing is definitely coming out this year.
Really?
Full.
Okay.
Yes, EA has confirmed it,
Damn.
and they've given it a name as well, I believe.
What's it
I
called?
thought it had a name. It's like Knights of Fallen Order, right?
That is not how you spell it, but anyway, not you, me.
It's a new Old Republic game.
Let's see. It's right here, but I can't find it.
I thought it was like Knights
Star Wars
Fallen,
1414?
Fallen Order, I think it's called.
Is Apex Legends a Fortnite killer? I don't know.
I don't know, man. Yes, hopefully.
Yes.
Anything
it is.
to
Where
kill
did
it.
No, I don't want to see Days Gone news. Where was it?
So,
Wait,
I wonder if,
which
like,
wait? You said it was one by Respawn or the one?
Yeah,
by...
Respawn developing Star Wars.
Respawn.
Yeah, so it's Star Wars,
Fallen
Star
Order?
Wars Jedi Fallen Order,
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So I wonder if
autumn
Coming
release. apparently.
full.
I wonder if all like
Yeah.
the rumors and reports that Respawn's Star Wars game weren't coming out till 2020 were wrong, or if they rushed, or it's like if they've asked for a closer like a release this year in order to like, because the way that was going to happen was that after EA officially killed the other game, the other Star Wars game and everything,
Right.
it was like they were going to be without a Star Wars release this year, and they wouldn't have one until 2020. So I wonder.
Something like that.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on there.
Set
Maybe
for
they
late 2019.
maybe they made some improvements and thought they could push it out.
Like a breakthrough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all that.
'Cause, I mean, they
Apex
didn't
Legends
have a
money.
date, right? They were just kind of like
Yeah.
that was maybe that was
There
part
was
of it.
no
We don't
time.
actually know, so let's not like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know.
It's all that Apex Legends money is helping.
True.
Well, we don't know what the player engagement or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it is. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the characters are like $7 a character,
9.
which isn't $9? Is it that much?
It's like 8
Wait,
or
what
9.
else?
It's like 8 or 9 the minimum you have to spend or whatever to get enough like coins to unlock a character.
Because I think they're like
I have no
what,
idea.
like 700 coins or
It's like
something like,
1,000. There are 1,000 of the gold.
that. Okay, and then the gold was like, I saw it was like if you bought a $20 thing, you would have some left over.
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah, okay.
I didn't know how much, I forgot, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I honestly
I
haven't
thought
paid
that was
attention
12,000
to
something.
the prices because I haven't been in the in-game store. All that
I
much.
looked at it just out of curiosity. And
The only
there's-
time I've ever gone to the in-game store is by accidentally clicking it after opening a pack.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Andrew, what
wanted
were you
to-
saying?
I was just checking out how see how much the characters cost.
Okay.
Doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
$20
Alright.
is like
So, Mortal Kombat 11 looks interesting. Telltale Games are going to repeat the cycle of death.
hope not. We hope not.
Activision Blizzard is down the toilet, and AMD released a mediocre graphics card.
Everything's on fire.
Yeah.
Everything is burning!
And we might see Star Wars this year, hopefully.
Yeah,
As long as it's not cancelled.
right. And this next week is apparently pretty hyped for games. So
Yeah, it's looking good.
yeah, I'm never finishing Kingdom Hearts 3, am I?
I was gonna say you really kind of like fallen off
okay.
that, huh?
Now let me ask you this: have you finished God of War?
No, I never did
Ooh.
that. That's because like I need to take the time to restart it. And because like I started it on the God of War difficulty,
that's right.
and so it grinds like 20 hours. And I have little to nothing to show for it. Yeah.
What in God of War?
Yeah.
How long does Kingdom Hearts 3 take? Probably like what?
30,
50?
35 hours.
Oh,
or
that's
so.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not that long.
That was the problem.
not
It's like
too
there's
bad.
so many good games that came out. I got distracted. Like Kingdom.
Well,
No,
hey,
totally.
Yeah, it's like Kingdom Hearts 3
Apparently-
released. I didn't get to it until like 2 days after it released because I was like
Right.
busy real life and whatnot. But then at that point, Ace Combat 7 released. I was like, oh man, I gotta play this, right? So it's like I figured it's like Ace Combat 7 will be like 18 hours tops, right? It's like
Right.
easy. It's an easy weekend, okay? So it's like yeah, it's like I beat Ace Combat 7. Okay, let's go back to Kingdom Hearts 3. Just like I played Kingdom Hearts 3 last Sunday, right?
Sure.
For a little bit. And then Monday, all of a sudden, we did Apex Legends, and that's been my obsession ever since. So
That's like the issue with those long games. You're like, I gotta remember what's happening, or I could just play this really easy thing to jump into.
right, yeah, exactly.
Well, according to your Origin account, you could have nearly finished Kingdom Hearts 3
Sure,
twice
a
by
couple
now.
times, right?
Yeah,
That requires numbers being accurate, though.
right.
Mine says 1 hour, so I'm assuming it is accurate.
We just did a live feed. Of
There is
what
no
mine
way
says
I've
right
been
now.
playing for 40 hours. Not a hope.
And he's like, yeah.
I haven't even booted it up since I last saw 26 hours, and now it says 28.
Oh, really?
Weird.
Huh. Oh,
Well,
I
it's saying
accidentally
I'm
booted
on.
it up. No, stop.
Oh. It knows what you want.
I know. I don't want to play Apex Legends.
Furious is playing.
48 hours.
Like, you don't open this without playing the game.
It still says I got 56 hours. Oh my
I
god.
don't agree. I just don't agree.
It
I
doesn't
dispute
sound
this.
right.
Anthony's
Yeah.
like, I know I have more than like 10 kills. I played it for like 48 hours. No way.
It's like this is statistically improbable.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's hard getting kills in that game.
Dude, I had a 7-kill
That's
game. I
very
just felt like a
hard.
god. It's fantastic.
Taylor went God mode with a massive and cleared like 2 buildings with people, and it's like, okay, I guess we're winning this one.
Yeah, Matt just
Yeah.
saw me run up. It was like, oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. It's like, back off. No, it's fine. I got it. It's just like
Nice.
squad wipe.
Yeah, usually when me and Taylor play games, I'm usually the brains behind the operation. So that's like I'm the IGL instructing everybody to do things. So I was telling Taylor, like, get back, Resmi, we'll fight them together. He just proceeds to squad wipe them.
Hero. The
Yeah.
hero over here.
I killed 2 people by punching them to death. So
That's always fun.
That is true.
Yeah,
That was hilarious to watch. I just watched them crawling around the corner on the ground. It's like he did something.
That's how I got my first kill in Fear the Wolves. Remember that game?
hey,
Because I don't
Yeah.
it's actually
Game?
releasing
That
now.
came out last week. Didn't
Yeah,
it
it came out.
This week? Yeah.
I've
they're
been
doing a
tempted to
DLC for it.
re-download it. I've been tempted to re-download it and play it.
You're not going to
I
actually play it, though.
I
'cause
think
no
you
one's
need
gonna
to
have
get
it for
another
it.
code because it's an early access code.
Oh.
Wait,
Eh,
what? That doesn't transfer over to the full release?
Most of the time it
I
does.
don't believe so.
Let me,
If
let me
that's-
check my Steam right now.
Anywho.
Yeah, I still have it in
I'll
my
be
library.
here.
Hey?
I still have it in my library.
But is it the
Hmm.
early access or full version?
It just says Fear the Wolves.
Probably full version though.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe.
Cool.
Okay.
Don't play through the walls, just FYI.
Yeah, just please don't. What I give it, like a 4 out of 10, a 3 out of 10? What's the
Go
score?
play Apex.
That was the early
why
access.
don't
Yeah.
the viewers go to cultureofgaming.com and find out?
Yeah, go click
Yeah.
on the review section and find. Scroll really far down because like last played August 31st.
Is there not a search button?
No, there's
Yes,
no.
there
Oh,
is.
there
There's
is.
a-
I
we have a
built a
search.
search
Yes,
button.
there is. Of course, there's a search button.
I built a search button. When did I do that? Okay.
I don't think you did.
There
I think
is
it
a
was just
search.
I think it was in the.
implemented
Oh, okay.
mid right.
Okay, it doesn't need to be that shade of orange because I cannot read it against the background.
Wait,
I
I
need to
haven't,
reach
I
out.
haven't even, I haven't even experienced the search button yet.
Maintenance
Hold on.
hour.
What is? Hold on. What does our search button look like?
Just a bar.
Right side, about near.
what's
about.
wrong
Oh,
with
no.
it? What do you mean you can't see it? It's perfectly visible.
Yeah, what are you talking
No,
The text?
click
No,
search and then type.
type stuff into it.
Oh.
about? Yeah, that is interesting. But oh well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't change that without affecting other things in the site. So okay.
Why?
It's the
Because
way-
WordPress.
It's yeah. Part of it is WordPress. Part of it might also be the theme. I don't know. If we didn't pay,
Because
like,
I can't read that. If it was
It's
against
a
the,
paid theme, mate.
well, change the contrast on your monitor then.
it's on my main monitor.
Yeah, change the contrast.
No.
Okay. Well, then that's a you problem.
Podcast episode 58, everybody.
no,
Uh,
no, that's a you
Oh,
problem.
now
What
it does
I-
it black. Okay. So
Oh, what?
He gave it 4.5 out of 10.
Okay.
There it is.
Frustratingly low TTK, gimmicky features, dead on arrival population, map feels sparse.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's episode 58, everyone. Thanks for watching. But first, Matt, where can people find you on Twitter?
You can find me at filmed by G-Man, or I believe that's
yeah, it's
my
at
Twitter
Film
handle.
by G-Man.
Yes.
God,
At least
the
I
other-
remembered,
Don't use
unlike
it.
you.
Yeah, the other night I was trying to figure out what my Twitter was, like what the at
What
was.
everything else is?
Yeah, what my at was, and it was like I can remember the hex code for Culture of Gaming Orange. I can't remember my own Twitter. So that's my priorities. Anyway,
We need to trademark it, Culture of Gaming Orange, for that hex code.
yeah. Andrew, what's your Twitter?
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Duronsky, Durunski. Come say hi. Games, beer, fun stuff.
Awesome. Anthony, what's your Twitter?
Same Ant-Man 19, I don't use it, so don't bother.
Okay.
Perfect.
Brutal. All right. I am at Infurious Elecon. That is at INFERIUSELLECON.
You
You remembered it.
I know, because I looked it up before the show. Okay.
Do you need me to at you again?
No, please don't. Okay. So, yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. We will hopefully see you guys next week. Same time, same place.